Hello everyone, welcome to Crystal Eclipse. My name is Jessica. In this video, we'll be asking the cards about your life partner or your future spouse, whichever one you feel a closer connection to or a calling toward. And we'll be just basically getting all the information. I'm going to tell you all about this person. Whatever the cards say, whatever I can get from them, I'm going to tell you. I have 4 stacks for you to choose from today. I have stickers on all 4 stacks. You can choose as many stickers as you like, as many piles as you like, and just choose or take whatever you feel is actually meant for you specifically from each pile, and leave whatever doesn't really resonate with you. You can check the description box or the comment section for timestamps. If you'd like to skip directly to the stack or stacks that called out to you, we have, starting over here, this little sunflower sticker. We have a Gingko Tree, we have Clovers, and lastly, we have a little cactus. So once again, choose whichever stack or stacks called out to you, and we'll go ahead and get started. Starting with our first stack here, I've already laid out all the cards. We have the sunflower up there, so I'll go ahead and go over all of these cards for you quickly. We have the Three of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, as well as the Ace of Coins. These are our tarot cards. Over here we have our first oracle card. This is the Sovereign. Then we have Anya with Leap of Faith, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. And lastly, we have Chopwood. So Chopwood also has a number on it that's very visible, 42. This could be something that's important to you. 4 and 2 make 6. It could also be that 4 divided by 2 is 2, so we have like a lot of 2's going on. We have multiples of 2, so it might be something that maybe you've been seeing a lot of 2's lately that stand out to you, or you're feeling like 3s, 6, 9, those things are sort of coming up a lot, because we also have 3 over here, and that would add up to 6. So when it comes to this person, let me tell you about your life partner. And I'm sticking with life partner for this one because yes, it might be your future spouse, but this is heavy life partner. This is like longevity in a set. These cards are so heavy earth energy, because we have the Hermit, which would be Virgo. We have Ace of Coins. Those are earth cards, or the pentacles themselves, right? They're all earth. They're representing the earth signs, which would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Queen of Pentacles up there. Once again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, earth. Then even with Chopwood, there's a sort of earth aspect to that card as well. So we're seeing a lot of heavy earth coming through. And this to me seems to be their core personality. They're sort of like who they are when it comes to their approach toward everything in life. But my way of interpreting the pentacles or the earth signs is always somebody who at their core knows what is important to them. And although some people might say it's finances or it's money, what it really comes down to is family. It comes down to friends. It comes down to people who they can love and who love them. And those people are, more precious than any amount of gold, any money, any trips, any luxuries. People who love them and people they love, they are so much greater in value. And those people, like this person, your life partner, they put people in a special, sort of special position in their life. And I feel when it comes to you, this person subconsciously put sort of like a spot in their heart or in their mind, sort of saved this spot for you, so that when you came into their life, it was like you belonged immediately, and they want you to belong. They want you to feel like you belong. But the interesting thing is this person does seem to be going through their own little journey, and I think their journey overlaps with when you meet. So they might still be going through their journey when they meet you, and like at the start of the relationship, there may still be a part that still is sort of like up in the air. Now we do see that with Leap of Faith, that's sort of like up in the air. We have that with Queen of Swords. Those 2 cards still have that air aspect, or that like sort of like not necessarily able to be grounded. So when it comes down to who they are, they know what they want with you, they know who they are with you, they know who you represent and how to take you in, because they really do treasure you. Those earth cards are the ones that see the loves of their lives as like irreplaceable. There is only one true love, one comparable like to life itself. There's somebody that is only that person, the only one that they'll think of that way as being like special, the only one that they'll ever reminisce about that deeply, and that is who this person is. But we start off with a Three of Wands, and Three of Wands shows somebody who is trying to sort of complete things. They have several choices. They just have to move forward with them. And more so in this scenario, I see it as somebody who still has a couple of things to sort of put together, to piece together, so that they could finally be in the right position. It's interesting because these two characters look sort of similar, and I feel like it's almost like one step away, like they need to move into the next one. And then we finally see where the Queen of Swords can then migrate into the Queen of Pentacles because they found peace. And I know in previous readings, sometimes when I say like this person's still going through a journey, some people are like, I don't really want that. But at the same time, if you go through a journey together, it strengthens the relationship. It creates a stronger bond because you know each other before and after, meaning you've accepted each other before and after. It's not just like wanting the perfect version. It's being okay with imperfection, knowing that what you're getting is, a bond that is irreplaceable. So this person is like in their final stretch, and they are doing so, and I think at this time to sort of create, or put themselves in the right position for you, create the surrounding they need, the mentality that they need in order to move forward. We do have chop wood here, which is more like do what's needed while you wait for something big to happen. Focus on your chores instead of focusing on the big things. Sometimes it's more about getting little things done than it is to like win a race. So all these things, it might feel like slowness for you right now. I'm not sure why I'm feeling that way, but there might be a bit of slowness where you're feeling like there's either not a connection at all. There's might be slowness in your current connection. It might be slowness in this person's arrival to you, that you just might be feeling like it's not there. But I feel like when they arrive, they really make themselves known, because we have the Sovereign, we have the Queen of Swords, and normally in this tarot deck, the queens would be called sovereigns. And I do want to note on that, this could be, male, female. I don't really read genders. If we're seeing this person as a queen here, we're seeing somebody who is stern, who is smart, who's very wise. Like they've really collected themselves. They really know a lot. At the same time, this is somebody who's in touch with their emotions. So although this might not be the most emotional person, this might not be the most expressive person, this is somebody who really truly understands their own emotions and understands others. So their empathy, their sympathy, their ability to relate to you and understand what you're going through, it's 100% honest, it's truthful, it's sincere. They really do have that ability to understand what you're going through. So when they are there to comfort you, when they're there to tell you, don't worry, they're true, and you can feel that. You can feel that they are supporting you, that they are with you, that they are a part of you. And I think that soul connection that is there within this relationship, something very undeniable. And I also love that even though we don't have a cup or a strong cup energy, water energy coming out here, we do have a nice balance where we see somebody who does have a good amount of passion. So they're going to, be expressive when it comes to things. They'll want to, show you how they feel about you. They'll try their hardest to really communicate how they feel about you, who you are to them, how important you are. And when it comes to it, you are comfort to them, and in return they want to be comfort for you. They want to be the one that you can sort of like come home to. They want you to feel special, you to feel like you are loved deeply, strongly. It's a lot of love, a lot of foundation here. I really feel like this person has such a clear mindset. And like I said, if they're going through that journey, it might feel like there's push and pull that's going on at first. But as soon as it settles down, like this Anya card says, take a risk. As soon as it settles down, like don't just give up on it because you're not feeling like it's going anywhere. Sometimes it takes a little, a little trial to get you to the right place. Not saying, like suffering a relationship endlessly, not feeling love. It's more so if you feel like this person is sort of like, it's taking a while to get to the place that you like, it's all worth it in the end, because it's telling you, it's not, might not be perfect yet, but one day it will be, amazing. This person really has quite a fantastic mentality. But that's what I'm seeing here with this first stack and that sunflower over there. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye bye. Starting with our second stack and that Gingko Tree up there, I have all these cards laid out. I'll go over them pretty quickly for you just so that we can run through them fast. We have the Four of Pentacles, the Judgment, the Star. We have the Six of Wands and the Sovereign of Coins. These are our tarot cards. Over here we have our first oracle card with the Void. We have Ishtar with Boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. We also have a leg up, and that one has 34 on it, so that number might be of some importance to you. 3 and 4, 34, or 7. So any of those numbers might be important to you. Now, when it comes to these cards, I'm feeling like this person, sort of similar to the previous stack, where there's like overlapping, almost like where one stage ends and the next stage begins, sort of overlaps with their entry into your life. So I'm still feeling like there's something very important about you that leads them into this next stage, that gets them into this really great position. I do think, since we're starting off with Void here, we're seeing somebody who sort of isolated themselves, or maybe somebody who had to really hone in on themselves, focus on themselves in a way that they didn't want to. And Void has that emptiness, so there's an isolation within that. There's a sadness, there's a almost like a fear of it never ending, because you don't see the end in sight. Because of that, this person sort of had this this almost like reservation energy about moving forward. And it could be that they have been single for a while, or they really haven't been giving themselves to relationships for a while. Maybe they gave themselves like all of themselves to a previous relationship, and the way that they came out of it, they just felt so lost that they didn't want to reinvest that. And that's where we see your entry as the one that sort of elevates them. We see that in Judgment, of like letting go, releasing the hold on the past, and then moving forward. So when it comes to this person, when it comes to this life partner, sort of like their treatment of you, who they are to you, all about them, we see somebody who had to go through a lot in order to return, but we do see that they're returning in this beautiful way, because the Six of Wands is here. It's this fantastic place, just like strong strong movement, strong embracing here. And you see this person, I think, for who they truly are, and through that, this person almost can like flourish, because you see them that way, and you see them in a way that they don't see themselves, but they grow stronger and stronger, and it becomes this really beautiful person, this beautiful relationship. With the Star, as well as the Sovereign of Coins, I'm seeing somebody who is actually like, they're peaceful. They have a very peaceful, very mellow energy. This is somebody who's very calm. Somebody who, although they like to have fun, they like to go out and do things, they like to have adventure, I don't think they're the type that goes overboard on it. I don't think they're really like riled up person. They're not like blasting the music. They're not, running all over the place and wanting to go like bar hopping or something. They actually seem like, if they're going to, they might go out here and there, but I don't feel like it's something that consumes them, or something that is like their primary anything. I think they have this really just like go with the flow, whatever seems like fun, whatever seems like it's enjoyable. And even if you're the one that's like, I'd rather stay home, or I'd rather not go out, I'd rather not go there, they're the type that would be very understanding. And they're like, okay, we can change your plans, we can order something, we can stay in, or we can go somewhere where it's just the two of us. That's the type of person, or they are very considerate of you, your comfort, what you're feeling. And if anything, because of the Sovereign of Coins coming out here, the Queen of Pentacles, we see somebody who's very understanding of somebody, because of the way that they view things. They're very patient, they're very mindful, they listen carefully to the words that people are using, the way that they're communicating, their body language, because they want to understand. And when it comes down to it, that type of person, I think, is probably the most considerate person you can come across, because they actually notice when you're feeling off. They're the type that can catch those things and be like, we don't have to stay here if you don't want to. Or they're like, I can tell something's wrong. You don't have to approach them. They don't have to ask you like, are you feeling okay, is everything all right? They already know, and they're just there to talk it out, offer you support, be by your side. And that's because of how they treasure you for bringing them out of this void, or being the one that sort of greets them. You're like a welcome sign. They leave this void, they finally find the exit, and you're there, and you're like, here, the right one, the positive energy, the one that will boost you, not drag you down. That's the sort of welcome that this person gets from you. And at the same time, this person, I think, since we have Ishtar coming through with boundaries and we have the Queen of Pentacles, there's this energy from them that's like they're very aware of everything. And I think even if you don't tell them what's happened in your past or like about previous relationships or anything, I think they already know. I think there's some clarity on it. There's some realization that, you know, some past people weren't the best to you, or you've been in some situations, some relationships. This might have also just been friendships where people just did not appreciate you, or they used you, or they didn't treat you well, you know, and they're very aware of like how you're sort of, you know, affected by those things, and moving forward away from those things, it's still like sometimes it impacts you, sometimes it weighs on your mind. So they know to be sort of careful. They want to push, you know, sort of slightly out of the box when it comes to everything that they do with you, but they don't want to, you know, absolutely put you into territory you're uncomfortable with. So they're very aware and mindful of what your boundaries are, of who you are, and how to properly love you, but also, like, you know, almost be an encourager, a cheerleader, one that brings a little more sort of fun to your life, but not in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable. And we have that in a leg up too. Somebody who gently pushes you, you know, somebody who, like, you elevate them, they elevate you. It's this give and take that's very equal in this. It's a very equal relationship. You're both giving that energy. It's like not one of you is like overtaking the other one. It's really an equal relationship here. A lot of just fairness back and forth going on. We also, you know, with these cards, the way that they're coming out, we're not getting, honestly, with the previous stack as well as this one, we're not getting cups, which means we're not getting a very like lovey-dovey person. We're not seeing somebody who's very super expressive. You know, they're not like, you know, clinging to you 24/7. They're not like, you know, holding your hand at all times. They will hold your hand, but they're not going to be there like, you know, on you 24/7. Like I said, they're not, you know, sending you little notes and gushy, heartfelt things. But what they are doing is expressing their feelings toward you in a way that it is deep, like truly from the heart. So they're expressing how they feel, who you are, how you've impacted their life, how you're the one that is standing out from the rest. And it's not just you as a partner, you know, as that life partner. It's you in their life, because it's nobody. Their family wasn't that person, you know, their family didn't support them that way. Their friends didn't hear them the way that they needed to be heard. That you are the only one. You are the star that is the only one. You know, it's sort of like the sun, you know, there are a ton of stars in the sky, but we only call one star the sun. And I think that's you to them. You are the sun. You're the only one, the one that stands out, the one that completes them, the one that is more than they could have ever imagined. So although it might not be mushy gushy, I do feel like they work heavily hard, like incredibly, like to put all that they can into expressing how they feel about you, because you brought them out of that void. But that's what I'm seeing here with this second stack in the ginkgo leaf. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye. Starting with our third stack here, I've already laid out all the cards. We have our little clover sticker up there. So I'll go over the cards quickly for you. We have the Three of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, Strength, the Conqueror of Wands. This would be the Knight of Wands. We have the Three of Coins. These are our tarot cards. Over here we have our first oracle card, which would be Trust. We have Maeve with cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. And then our last oracle card is Soulmates. This one does have 41 on there, 4 and 1. 5 might also be a number that's important to you. So any sort of combination of those numbers might be something you want to look out for, or might actually be a confirmation. Also, we have the Three of Coins and Three of Pentacles. They are the same card, so we have that coming out twice. So threes might be important to you. So when it comes to this person, this life partner, I'm getting the same energy that I got in the first stack. And that is like major life partner. So I really want to stick to life partner with this one, because it is committed. It is forever. This person comes into your life and stays. It's in a very strong relationship, a very strong bond. Mainly that's because my favorite king is here. with that King of Pentacles. He's that one that's like true blue. He is ride or die. He's permanent in your life. There is like, once he's there, he's like there. So it's a really great energy for this life partner to come through with. So in addition to like all of that, just about the life partner, one of my favorite things about the King of Pentacles is the fact that he is just a very good person. He might not be the best when it comes to, you know, expressing himself. He might not be like very overly emotional when it comes to really anything. But the good thing about him is he's grounded and he's predictable. So he's somebody who you can rely upon. They're not going to be running all over the place. They're the ones that you definitely know where they are. They stick to a schedule, so they're not the ones that are like, you know, work ends at 4 but they stay at work until 8 because they're overworking themselves. When work ends and they promise they're going to be home, they are home, they are done, they are on their way, and they, you know, they are very conscious of that. They're very aware of the way that, you know, things affect other people. Not to mention, with that King, I think, since it's the forever king, in my opinion, the King of Pentacles, since he wants forever, he hopes for forever, he's much more mindful than anyone else. And that's who this person is, or that's a lot about this person. They're like making sure the choices that they're making have the best long-term impact. So they're rarely one to make a quick decision. I will say though, since we have very strong pentacle energy, earth energy, we see somebody who might not be very outgoing. They might not be the most exciting. They might like to do things, but I don't think they're one to like really like parties or large gatherings. They might like to go to certain events, you know, certain things that like really do appeal to them, but they're not one to be like, you know, causing a ruckus. Basically, they're very more on the calm side, something that's a little more reserved, something that's more like, you know, go out, hang out in a nice little small restaurant or location with their friends. Nothing that's really like lively. No clubs, basically. When it comes to you though, and this is the important part, and I'm probably going to ramble on for a while because I think it's honestly a very strong reading with this one. And if you made it this far, I'm telling you, this is special because we have the Three of Coins coming out twice. I always see that as the truest form of communication, being able to get together, speak the way that you need to, say the things you need to, because those cards represent a foundation, and it's actual foundation because in the original Rider-Waite-Smith deck, they're planning something out. They're building a building. So it's the foundation that is creating your future. We see bonding, we see people getting along, people that are able to work well together to create a successful future that eliminates towers as a possibility in the future. Then we have soulmates and we have trust. And those cards really mirror each other as being like that bond, being two things that are like tied to each other for eternity. Like this is something that you can't just remove, you can't take away. This is something that is undeniable. This is like forever, you know, here. This is a connection that is much deeper than ever expected. And this person, I think it might be something that is very slow to start. And I mean, King of Pentacles, that's sort of his energy, is he's a little on the slower side when it comes to starting things. He wants to test the waters, but more so wants to really build up that strong foundation and then make sure the structure is secure. You know, it's every single step that this person takes. It might take forever. It might seem like it's taking forever, but in reality, it's this person ensuring success for the two of you. And it's because they care so much. It's because they, I think, even if you don't realize it, they know that this is forever. And with strength itself, we see that infinity sign. We see forever here. And I keep saying permanent. I keep saying like life partner, truest energy of a life partner. That this is not just future spouse. This is like that soul connection. This is like overlapping. This is continuous. This is like you feel a bond like you've known each other, this person for, you know, millions of years. That is what this connection is. And they have such a like a strong impact on you, and you have such a strong impact on them. And the clarity that is here, it's like you're so in tune with each other. You really do feel that. We do have May with cycles and rhythms, honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, emotions, but it's like more so that this person is able to honor you, honor your body, honor your energy level, honor your emotions. And if you're someone who hasn't really, experienced that in the past, I feel like this is where it's coming from. And we could see that like body, energy, and emotions can be represented as the three within the three of coins in both situations. And then we have soulmates, as somebody you can trust. And then we have trust over there. It's really representing somebody who is ideal for you, and the one that is coming into your life or may already be in your life, depending on the relationship status you have right now. It's taking a while because it's going to be permanent. It really needs that structural security, that soundness in order to last. They seem like such a wonderful person. They seem like somebody who's very heavily dedicated, somebody who is very insightful. I think just because the way the King of Pentacles here is represented as somebody who's a little older, but like wisdom, there's a lot of awareness in their own behavior, and it might be something that they're going through right now. If you're not together yet, if you haven't met yet, they might be going through that now in order to get that to that place where they can have that awareness, because maybe it's just something that isn't like, if you're not with them right now, it might just be that they need that awareness before you two can be together. But otherwise, we're seeing somebody who has a good balance of insightfulness, easygoing, fun, but not too overboard. They're aware of their energy output. They're aware of sort of like how people feed on their energy. They're a mellow person, a very relaxed person, a very sort of like go with the flow person, a hard worker. Just overall, it just seems like a very good person. And most importantly, the King of Pentacles is a lover of family, a lover of the people that they consider family. So we're not just seeing, a person that, is just a friend, or it's just a girlfriend or a boyfriend or something. No, it's like this is each person that they allow in their life and keep in their life has a very high status for them. So it's like immense love. It's immense connection. It's that trust, that soulmate, and that's you. You see us as their soulmate, and you in return are theirs. It's a very strong connection. That's what I'm seeing here with this third stack and that clover sticker. I hope that some of that or all of that was able to resonate with you, and I thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye bye. Starting with our fourth stack, we have that little cactus over there. I've already laid out all the cards, so I'll quickly go over them for you. We have King of Cups, the Empress, the Ace of Wands, the Ruler of Swords, the Sovereign of Swords. This would be the King of Swords. This would be the Queen of Swords. These are our tarot cards. Over here we have our first Oracle card with Paradox. We have Isolde with Undying Love. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. And lastly, we have Come to the Edge. That has 36 on it. That number might be important. We also see the Empress at 3. So 3, 6, 9 might be of importance to you. Cycles of 3s might be important to you. So when it comes to this person, telling you about this life partner, telling you about this, future spouse, whoever it is that you're sort of looking for information on, we're starting off with Paradox, which seems to be something that almost like it doesn't explain itself to you, or you might be questioning something right now. You might be questioning if this is the right person. You might be questioning if the right person is ever coming into your life. Mainly with Paradox, it's a temporary situation because it has the opportunity always to be solved, so you're not stuck in that paradox. Things can improve, things can change, things can get to the place that they're needed to be at, and sometimes a paradox comes along so that it can prepare you for what's to come. And we do have, out of all the cards today, we've had a lot of royalty come out, right? We've had a lot of queens come out, but we haven't had a couple come out. And it's interesting, normally when the swords come out and we see the King and Queen of Swords, a lot of people will interpret it as a divorced couple, a couple that, separated. But here, since we have the King of Cups, we have the Empress, we have a couple here that, if anything, are very understanding of each other, very clear on who they are to the other person and what importance this relationship has brought into their lives. This person is almost like your completion. This is your other half, the one that provides you what you need. So if you're reserved, you know, if you like to stay home a lot, this person might be a little outgoing. So they might, you know, push you into a place that's a little more outgoing, but they'll never push you into discomfort. They're the type of person that will get you to try new things, maybe if you don't like trying a lot of things. Or it could be the reverse. This person might never like leaving their house, but you come along and, you know, you get them to just step outside, you know, here and there, spend time with you, and just, you know, get some fresh air. This is like the person that is the balancer. It's like if you're more of the like easily excited type, or quick to, you know, being a little upset, this person's calm. This person stays very zen, stays very like in a calm place that's very consistent and reliable. If they're, maybe if you're the like smart type that knows all about numbers, this person might be the smart type when it comes to every, you know, everyday life. Like they might know things that are completely, you know, shocking to you, that they know about, that they can understand things. Maybe if, you know, you might be the brains and they might be the one that actually knows how to organize things or something. They're the planner. But it's all about the compatibility where you complete each other. You know, you're the one that is the other side of that. We have the first appearance of a cup card within this deck too. And that in itself is sort of a shocker, because honestly none of the other choices had any cups energy. And if anything, we have like the strongest cups. Next to the Ace of Cups, we have the King of Cups coming through here. Somebody who's very loving. We actually see somebody who's very expressive and communicates to you very clearly how they feel about you. And it's something that comes through, you know, it might be unexpected the way that this comes through, because we have paradoxes, like throwing things off. But it comes through like this person is flat out telling you, you know, what is present in Isolde. You know, you are the one. You are never ending. You are the soulmate that I've waited, you know, eternity for. The divine counterpart, that connection that is unforgettable, you know, unimaginable. Something that will never be compared to any other. And it's a reality. And I think for a long time, I don't think this person thought it could be a reality, or I think this person was really working hard on creating this, on bringing this through for them, because we have the Empress with that sort of creation that's coming through, as well as the Ace of Wands with creation. It's like almost like you both were trying to manifest this energy at the same time, but it seemed like it was being delayed. But now we see that quicker movement. We see things coming through faster. So if like you had like lack of movement in a relationship, this might also be indicating that there's a change coming through, where there's a little more speed, and you're actually seeing things move. Like there's a spark, there's energy here. When it comes to this person, you know, other aspects of them, I do think that they're not the type to easily love people. They really take a while to warm up to others. They don't let people in quickly. They seem to sort of almost like they sort of test to see if it's okay, you know, to put their heart out there, to let this person in, to trust somebody. And I feel like it might just be them being guarded, that they don't really want to trust somebody, that they don't really want to put themselves out there because of like the past. Or it might just be that they feel like it takes so much, like it's something that they give so much to, that they're very reserved on it, because they don't want to constantly be giving so much energy. Because I really do feel like if they're the King of Cups, the Empress, we're seeing somebody who is heavily invested. They give a lot of their energy to relationships, so they remain a little hesitant about giving themselves to new relationships. That might be also why we're getting those sword energies coming out a little on the colder side. Maybe not as open, not as you know, warm to the touch as you'd like. But then we see that switch, right? We go from this colder energy to that warmer energy with the Ace of Wands. And then even with Come to the Edge, we see that movement, we see that brightness, we see that like take a chance. It's there. It's like maybe you might not see what's in front of you, but it's still worth that leap. So it's really an interesting energy we're getting here, because I feel like this person, out of all the stacks, very in touch with their own energy. And it might not seem that way. It might be like when you meet this person, or when you're in a relationship with this person in the beginning, you might wonder if they you know, really know how they're feeling or how they're portraying themselves to others or what's going on. You know, you might wonder, like, why is this person a little on that, you know, colder side, or, you know, are they even interested in me? You might feel that energy, but it's just because they're trying to make sure that it's something that they give their whole heart to. Because once they're in it, you know, there's no reservation there. It's 100%. They are fully dedicated. They're fully entered into that relationship. Also want to say for a second, with these cards that have come out, since there aren't, I mean, I know with the Empress there would be Earth sign. I'm not getting as strong as an Earth energy as I did in the previous stacks. And with that, I almost feel like there's a disconnect from a family. They might not have a large family. They might not be in contact with their family, or they might have, you know, maybe there aren't many people that are still within this realm within their family. So it might just be them, or maybe like a sibling or somebody. So it might not be a lot of people. And that's also one of the things that sort of makes them a little on the closed off side, because they don't really have a lot of people. But the ones that they do have, they treasure completely, and that's where you come in, as being treasured. The last thing I will say is with Isolde, the story behind it is, like, there's a lot of different versions of it, but it's two people who are bonded together, you know, life and death. They remain together. They are permanently tied to each other. There's a love that cannot be measured within that card or within that story. And it's something very unique, very like once in a lifetime that comes along. It's beautiful. It's almost like it's magic. So just keep that in mind when it comes to this one, because I feel like this one was a little bit different than the other stacks. But that's what I'm seeing here with this final stack and little cactus. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye bye.